Hey, this is Gavin Grubbs. This is our first episode of Road G with myself and my mom, Mindy. What we are going to do is we're going to travel to all these sporting events that we go to during the year. I don't know if you know this about me, but I love to travel and I love sports. So we had the idea together to why not be able to make a project based on things that we already do and already get so much enjoyment out of.
I think it was a great idea.
I think it was a great idea too. It was one of those things like I just said, we travel so much, and our first episode that we're recording right now, it hasn't even been in the works for an entire week yet. We just thought it up 1 week ago today on last Monday. Tell us a little bit of how that decision went down for us to go on our trip that we're about to tell you about.
Well, I was out mowing the yard last Sunday, and I don't know, I listen to podcasts and do things, and then I'm always traveling around with you, and I've kind of been thinking about we need to do a podcast because every time we go on a trip, everyone always wants to know, where did y'all do? Where did you stay? Where did you go? Tell me about your trip. All the things.
So that's what
or how do you do that? How do you make it work?
Do.
So why not just share it this way? We can share the story once, and we won't have to tell it over and over and over.
Hey, killing a lot of birds with one stone right there.
Exactly. Exactly. So as I come in from mowing and I say, hey, Gavin, I've got an idea. And then
we've had this idea for a while. This isn't like a fresh idea, but we've just been thinking, when are we going to do it? And I was
like, and we kind of had planned on starting here in about a month.
Well, we do have a plan already. An event already scheduled.
That you'll have to stay tuned for.
Yeah, you have to stay tuned for. But Mom was saying, hey, what can we do before then, as a practice run? I go, well, the Kings Royal is in Eldora this week, and that's a huge sprint car week. The High Limit Sprint Cars, which Kyle Larson owns and operates, they're their own sanctioning body. They have 2 days of the event, and in the World of Outlaws, which you've probably heard of before, they have 2 days of this event as well. It's all at the same track. They had over 60 cars show up to race for 4 nights, and that's what we're going to tell you about. But I looked at Mom on, I guess, Sunday afternoon and said, hey, let's go to that. And I was just kind of joking around. She said, okay. And I was like, oh, you're being for real? Well, let's go. So, Monday morning I get us some tickets, and Wednesday morning we hit the road, leave here, drive 9 hours, and get there just in time to watch some racing there in Eldora.
and have a rain delay. The rain.
It was
sunshine, a few clouds, a little humidity,
and a downpour.
2 drops, 2 tiny drops, and then the bottom falls out.
That's what was cracking me up, is I looked up, and we were getting soaked in rain, and I look up and the sun's shining on us the whole time.
And it's the 2 drops start, I get up to get the umbrella to cover up you in your wheelchair, and I'm back there digging through your backpack to get the umbrella out, get it undone, and we're drenched before I can ever even get the umbrella
and of course I'm like, stop being dramatic, it's just a few drops, we'll be all right. And before I can get done saying that, I am soaked, and I'm like, hurry up, get the freaking umbrella right now.
My underwear are wet.
They were wet until I went to bed that night.
At 2 a.m.
At 2:30. And it started raining at 5:30, so
yeah.
I was a little soggy.
Not only were you soggy, you were a little smelly as well.
Yeah.
But I think I probably could put myself in that category.
There were about 20,000 of us there that were soggy and smelly.
But the racing.
I love sprint car racing. I've been a NASCAR fan my entire life. I've told the story a lot of times, but I'll give you the short version of it right now. So in 2010, Joey Logano, who is a 3-time Cup Series champion now, he was 19 years old at the time, just coming off Rookie of the Year. And granted my Make-A-Wish, I got to go to the Daytona 500. I got to meet him. Me and him have stayed really good friends since then. And through that, I've had multiple opportunities to kind of expose myself in the sport more and meet people and get more opportunities, and I've really become part of the NASCAR community. And within the last 3 or 4 years, I've become a sprint car fan, and really within the last year and a half, I'm kind of, instead of getting brought into that community like I did in NASCAR, I'm just kind of bulldozing my way and making myself a part of the sprint car community, and that is a really cool group of people that I am loving so much to get to know.
It's a different group. Now, the NASCAR community, they're like our family.
They're like our family,
We've been there 20 plus years, and we're always so excited to see everyone.
And get to know all of them.
And get to know of them. know everyone.
And I mean, now it's not getting to know people; it's knowing people and just
And now there's some
catching
people
up.
that like have retired or moved on to different positions, and we go to the track and they're not there, and I'm like, dang.
At this point, I mean, I'm almost 24 years old now, and there's so many kids that are in racing that are younger than me. And like when I was a little kid, I couldn't even imagine what that's like. And so now it's like people that I don't know as much about know more about me, and it's a weird feeling.
Yeah, we had a lot of people come up to us, hey Gavin,
Yeah.
while we were in Eldora.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's
there's
super,
a
super
crossover.
cool.
There's a crossover with
Mm-hmm.
the people who compete and the people who watch, but it's not a complete.
It's not a huge crossover.
It's not huge.
And I've talked to some of the people that are around my age in dirt racing and especially sprint cars that, you know, they're familiar with the NASCAR people. A lot of them, there's a lot of crossover on when they grew up racing karts and midgets and micro sprints before they moved on either to the asphalt ranks or going into sprint cars. You know, they've had a lot of time around each other, so there is a lot of overlap on who knows who, but it's not quite as much of a tight-knit family as one sport or the other.
Right. One thing I will say about the difference
Mm-hmm.
for me being kind of, I know what's going on in NASCAR a little
Mm-hmm.
bit more because we've been around it so much. You take me to these races and we get our earphones in to, or earbuds in to save our hearing.
Yeah.
And then you're trying to explain to me what's happening at each race because there are all these different events in one day.
Mm-hmm. And
C main, D main, last chance qualifier, 1, 2, and 3 go. No, just
Yeah.
1 and 2 go. No, the last 4. And then after I get that all figured out, then they bring out this crazy wheel. They spin the wheel and they invert the field. And I'm like, wait a minute, what does that mean? I don't even understand. I'm just trying to catch up on the first thing. So
it's a lot easier to explain as you go and not explain beforehand, I think.
you think? I was okay. We did 4 nights of it.
And all 4 nights had a different format, by the way.
Yes.
And usually, on an average normal weekend for a dirt race, each sanctioning body has their own format, but they're all pretty similar. But when you go to a special event like this, all the special events have their own unique format, their own unique gimmicks. The inverts are different, and there's different amount of cars that transfer from a heat race, a different layout of the entire night. So there's things that I'm trying to explain like a normal night, and then they're announcing it as they're going. Oh, this isn't the normal programming that even I'm used to. So I'm having to remember on the fly, okay, this is this event, this is how they do it, and explain it to somebody who has no idea what even the standard format is.
Yeah. I was a little clueless.
It's hard to not over-explain as well for me, and that's just a problem I have with anything.
Really.
I like to over-explain anything. If you ask me what time it is, I might tell you how to build a clock.
Oh, you're full of it. One thing about the racing, all 4 nights of racing, which I think we should break down each night. But
Well, Wednesday's when we got there, and that's when it rained, so...
Yes, it rained.
Into Thursday morning, actually.
Yes, but we got to the hotel. Okay, I'd gotten up about 5 a.m.
That
on
one
Wednesday morning.
Here.
And we drove 9
In our
hours. Indianapolis traffic at 5 o'clock. That was
I tried to tell you to go the other way, you wouldn't
terrible
listen to me.
timing. Well, we made it.
We made it.
We made it. And the nicest lady, right when we pull in the parking lot,
So here, park right here. And
she
we've met
says-
her before. We've been to this track for twice before, and she was working there at another event that we were at. So
she said, hops on her golf cart.
and she says, follow me.
So we
Okay,
do. She
we
takes
follow
us
her.
to the front door.
Literally right by the ticket gate entrance, right on the edge of the fence, in a handicap spot. So very front row, right on the end, so nobody can park next to us. I think it's the best parking spot on the property.
And we also get to back in, so when it's time to leave, we just zip right out.
Yes,
So, anyway.
it's perfect.
And there was a trash can right there beside us.
We parked at the same spot all 4 nights. It was
Empty
amazing.
the trash. Yeah, she saved the spot for us. In fact, the last day we got there, we were a little later getting there because there was rain in the area and we knew there was going to be a rain delay.
Mm-hmm.
But she said, somebody tried to park in your spot, but I made them move. And we were like, oh. We even took her some chocolate one day.
Mm-hmm.
We did. She was really sweet. But it was fun. But then we get there, we do the race, we get rained on. Oh, we had dinner that night at the track.
That's some good food. This Eldora has some of the best track food of any place I've been.
We heard a rumor we should try the pizza burger. So we split.
I wasn't 100% sure what a pizza burger was, so I was like, this sounds terrible, but I'll eat it, whatever.
So I get one.
It was great.
I split it in half. He mows through it. And they had these cheddar bites. They weren't cheddar.
It was cheese curds. It was pepper jack cheese.
Pepper jack
cheese. Normal.
They were addictive.
They were great. I think we ate some every night.
We did. It was a great snack. And then, so the racing happened. Who won the first night?
There were 2 races the first night. So Wednesday and Thursday night was one show, and it's called the Joker's Jackpot, and it's the high limit sprint cars. And the first night they split the field in half to set up where everybody qualifies for the second night. And so the first of the double down duels is what they call them. Anthony Macri won. He's a driver from Pennsylvania. He did great. Aaron Reitzel won. Anthony Macri led early, but Aaron Reitzel ended up winning the first one. Both drivers are from Pennsylvania. Easy to get them confused. Aaron Reitzel ended up winning the first one. The second one, Corey Day won. He's a young driver. He's actually, like we were talking about the overlap with NASCAR. He's kind of on an entry level in NASCAR right now. He's running part-time in the Trucks and Xfinity Series.
Who's he running for?
Rick Hendrick.
So he's doing
great. Yeah, he's doing great.
He's in the right spot.
He is in the right spot. Kyle Larson has taken him under his wing in a major way and is really overseeing his career. So he has a lot of potential, and he won the second race of that night.
Okay. Now, were there a lot of wrecks that night?
There were a lot of wrecks every night.
Every night. There was an injury.
Injury on the second night.
Second night. But the track crew was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
All nights. Everyone that worked at the track, from the lady who was parking us,
everybody working, all the concessions.
The people selling the 50-50. Talk about some money on a 50-50.
I think the last night it got up to what, $70,000? $79,000. And that's what you took home. That wasn't the 50-50.
No, that was the winner's share.
Mm-hmm. So $158,000 worth of $158,001 tickets were sold.
Crazy.
To a crowd of around 20,000 people.
Crazy.
So I mean that's 8 tickets per person.
Well, they got a good thing going there.
They do. Great track.
And I think they do something like nice with the other half. Was it a nonprofit that they gave it to? Maybe.
I'm not 100%.
I'm not going to
put words in anyone's mouth. So
no, but I kind of think that I saw that on the website. I'll have to check that out again. And then we get to the hotel about
at 2 in the morning.
At 2:30, we discover that the shower door
is about the size of my computer screen.
Less
that we're working
than
on
2
right now.
feet wide, literally.
And of course, you have to after you've been to the dirt track, you have to shower that night. It's not like I'm dirty, I'll just sleep anyway. I mean, if you do that, your bed is going to be brown.
Yeah, I think I posted on one of our stories on our social media picture. It included a picture of your chair after I'd taken you out of it, and there's the ring of dirt where you were sitting. And every night I had to clean your chair after I put you in the shower.
Yeah.
So, but we did get him in and out of the shower with a...
Then Thursday afternoon when I woke up.
Yeah, we slept in. Don't feel too bad for us being at 3 a.m. because
I showered
we slept
Wednesday
in.
night, and then Thursday, whenever I get up Thursday in the afternoon, I showered again, and my hair was still just mud coming.
Mud.
The shower water after I was washing for a second time was just brown.
Mud.
It was gross.
That's dirt track racing.
It was great though, so fun.
And then, next time I know to put on our packing list a fingernail brush.
My fingernails are still just black under them.
And I was trying, I pull out my clippers to see if I have the one that has the little emery board that I can dig stuff out. No, none of the clippers. We must have gotten cheap clippers for our to-go bags because...
That's why you don't cut corners, especially in racing.
Yeah, don't get Dollar Tree clippers. Go to the
Dollar General, not the Dollar Tree.
I don't know. I need to pay closer attention. I'm going to take a fingernail brush next time, for sure.
Yes.
That's a good thing to put on your packing list if you're going to a dirt track. Fingernail brush.
And goggles.
I ended up having to buy you another pair because one night I left them in the truck
And
There's
it's
two
another
ways
thing
to-
that's not optional.
No, not optional. Some people had face masks. They were like a shaped like a welder's mask, but it was just plastic.
Yeah, over their head.
Over their head and face. A lot of people had scarves. But it was a packed crowd. How many people were there the last night, did they say?
The sellout crowd is 25,000 there, and there's probably around 10,000 seats. There's a lot of general admission area, so I don't think they have an actual concrete number that they announce, but when they sell 25,000 tickets is when it's considered a sellout, and it was considered a sellout, but I think they were still, letting people in the gate.
Yeah, there was a lot of people there. What about, I just lost that thought. That happens. Ooh,
You do that a lot.
I know. It's because I have so much to think about. It's not because I'm old.
Well, when you get old, you have a lot to think about.
I guess so. Well, anyway, I'll remember it in a minute.
So this is just Wednesday night, by the way.
Yeah.
Thursday night, we get there in the afternoon, and
Thursday racing was, I thought, good.
it was good racing Thursday.
Except
A lot of crashes.
the first race, how many cautions were in that?
The first race of the night,
That big race? Yeah.
the big one Thursday.
You can't say it's the first race of the
Not
night
the first
because they've
race
been
of
out
the
there
night.
on the track doing
Yeah,
their
no,
times.
the A main on Thursday night was
And
or
that's
it's
where
the
there
B
was an
main on
injury.
Thursday night.
It was
It took
scary.
over an hour to run.
25 laps?
Yeah, 25 laps. It took. No, this is Wednesday where it took all the whole really long time because it was the two duels.
Really?
Yeah, Wednesday night the first duel took over an hour to run 25 laps,
I thought that was Thursday.
and then the second one took.
But all the crashes happened over there in turn one.
Yeah, there's a big dip in turn one, and it goes all the way from fence to fence, inside wall to outside wall, and there's probably, I don't know, I would say a 2 or 3 foot deep dip, and then it just kind of pops back up about the time you're getting really turned into turn one. And it's been there at Eldora for a couple of years now. It really started to get noticeable, I guess 2 falls ago, and it's just steadily getting worse. And at some point somebody's going to have to do something about the track surface, but there's no way to do what needed to be done in one weekend. So
Well, now there's one gentleman he really thought there was.
Yes, he did.
Poor Emerson.
One of the drivers I've gotten to be I've gotten to somewhat know in dirt racing, Emerson Axum. I was talking to him Friday night. We go down inside the track, and this older gentleman comes up, and you know how most older men from small towns are. They are very passionate about things that they know about, and he wanted to explain to everybody that he has a friend that has a road grader. He wants him to come in and take care of this track because he says, they don't need to ask any of these AI things what you need to do to track or any of these smart people. They need just an old man with a lot of experience to come in, and he'll smooth it out for everybody. And of course he's explaining it. Emerson X is a driver, and he's a few years old. He's 20 or 21 years old. And he's just sitting there like, yes sir, yes sir. And
Yeah, Emerson has nothing to do
nothing
with
to
the
do with the track, nothing to do with the road graders. You're just sitting here like
Nothing. But even Tony Stewart owns
Tony
this
Stewart.
track.
So
the gentleman even says, you need to tell Tony. Like, Emerson's like,
I don't know
it's
Tony.
not like I call the guy.
I can't call the guy. I'm just racing here.
Just racing, the poor guy. And Emerson was being so sweet
And he
to
was
him.
trying his hardest to be sweet. And then
But it went on and on.
And he finally goes on, and he has 3 or 4 more drivers, and he gets them cornered up and tells them. And
He even
explains
asked
them the
you
same
at one
time.
point,
He
didn't
is, yeah, I was like, I'm just here watching, man. It was funny though.
It was funny. He was a character. There are lots of characters at the racetrack. Lots of characters.
Very fun.
But it was very, what kind of atmosphere? It's very family friendly.
Yes.
There were a lot of beers drank.
Mm-hmm. But it
Lots.
wasn't really
But nobody
a party
acted. It wasn't
It
wild
didn't feel like
throwdown party. It was just laid back, have a beer on Sunday afternoon kind of
It
feeling.
was a lot like going to the lake with your family.
Yeah.
Only it wasn't a lake, it was a racetrack. Is the environment I would say.
Yeah, I think so. Lots of
Lots of kids, lots of older people.
I mean, it was all ages.
All
every
age groups,
ages.
every demographic you can think of.
Well, they had lots of things. There was a campground. How many campers were out there?
They said 3,000 in
There
the
were
track
more than that.
campground, and then there is a general admission, first come, first served campground across the property from the racetrack that some people were telling us about. And they said you cannot get a reservation. You have to show up on Tuesday or Wednesday, and they pack you in there as tight as you can get, as close campers side by side, and it is first come, first served. You park where you want, and
Well, they park where you.
they park you where they tell you to park, but you have to get there, or you're not guaranteed a spot.
But the campgrounds were, I mean, and you could tell, I mean, they had their cornholes, their grills set up, coolers, and people were people
4
playing
days.
cards.
Thousands of people camping for 4
I
days.
still can't wrap my head around. I mean, we've traveled in a camper before, and there weren't hookups, so they didn't have.
There were on the track campground. There
Were there?
I think so.
But most of the campers did not have hookups. They had the water that was in their tank. Now they did have water trucks that came by, but still, I mean, we were showering 2 showers a day and taking a lot of water.
They have a shower house there on
Oh, okay.
property,
Okay. Well, I guess that helps too.
which I'm sure one shower house for that many people has got to be.
That many dirty people, because you're filthy.
I mean, they got that much water.
I guess so. I don't, there was a little pond. Maybe people were like taking a dip in the pond at
Probably.
night when no one knew. I don't know. Well, let's talk about the pits on Thursday.
Friday.
So Friday?
Friday.
Yeah, it was Friday. You're right. So Friday. Sorry.
So at the Track and Eldora, they have a tunnel that goes inside the pits from the stands, and it's stairs only. So I was like, I don't know how I can get my chair down there. We talked around some people, and they do have a handicap golf cart shuttle that drives across the track into the infield. So Friday, we decided to go down in the infield, and that's when we met this character I was just telling you about. And we spent all day Friday down in the pits. We go down there probably at 3 or 4 in the afternoon, and we stayed down there until the bitter end of the racing. And I got to talk to so many different people, got to meet drivers, fans, crew members, and just immerse yourself in the experience of the weekend. The first person we talked to is actually a local driver to us. His name's Derek Hagar. He races out of the shop about 30 miles from where we live, and he actually went to high school. He was a few years older, but went to high school with one of our family friends, and we actually didn't know that about him, so that was a cool thing to learn.
He was super nice.
Super nice guy.
Super, super nice. I hope he has some good luck in the future. And then we sat down in turn 2.
Right under the big screen where you could. It was an okay spot. We were kind of in the center entry of the back stretch of turn 2, so you couldn't really see the trouble spot in turn 1. You couldn't see the front stretch, but it was a good view. You could see the big screen, so
You could see a lot of people.
you weren't missing anything.
You see a lot of people.
You could see a lot of people.
I don't know if you saw the gentleman that was sitting right in front of us, right up against the gates or
Maybe the
fence. And there was a certain driver, and every time the driver came by close, he would give him the "You're number one."
Double bird or just one?
Just one. Just "You're number one." Every time.
That's awesome.
And
you remember what car it was? I'll tell you what driver it is.
I don't remember. I just got to watching him, and he was
every lap.
He was passionate about it every time.
That is great. That's awesome.
It was hilarious. I got so tickled at him. And then you said, "Hey, I'm going to go down here
to turn 3." So one of our really good friends, actually the person who kind of got me into sprint car racing, Kendra Jacobs, she used to work in NASCAR, and we've gotten to know her. She actually did a lot of help for me when I was 12 years old. Victory Junction, I work for them now. It's summer camp. Richard and Kyle Petty are the main spokespeople for it. They founded it and kind of still head the operation, but aren't as involved in the day-to-day as they used to be. But I work for them now, and they, anyway, when I was 12, they sent a guest camper to be a reporter at Martinsville and start interviewing drivers, and that's where I first got the kind of bug bit for sports journalism and sports media, so it's a really cool experience. But Kendra now, she works for the High Limit Sprint Car Series. She's like, hey, go down to turn 3 and kind of face towards the backstretch. And when they enter the corner, they dive down, and it looks like they are driving right into your lap. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to sit down there. And
I'm going to put some videos of that on our social media today.
We have to. And I go sit down there. And so I'm sitting facing towards the backstretch in the center of turn 3. This is during the B main and the dash, which is right before the feature race of the night. And so I'm watching, and the cars are just, I mean, you can see you're making eye contact with the drivers. And it is the most amazing view ever.
It was so cool.
So fun.
You can feel it. I mean, it vibrates
I mean,
you. And then
shakes.
sometimes it would make you have a shiver.
Yeah, it was the coolest view I've ever had at any racetrack ever. I mean, maybe one of my favorite experiences purely as a race fan, period.
And then our friend won that night, who we really like.
So Rico Abreu, he is one of the coolest people in racing. He ran NASCAR Truck Series for a few years and went back to dirt racing. And he's just one of the nicest guys ever. One of these larger-than-life figures where he just has, the biggest personality. He's every fan's favorite driver. And so it's just the coolest thing ever.
The crowd was so happy when
he won. It reminded me of being in a NASCAR race when Dale Jr. would win.
Yeah.
I mean, it was that same...
He's kind of like that.
He has that same...
has that draw for people. People want to root for him, want him to win. But he's genuine. You can spot someone who's not genuine.
You can spot a mile away. And this is the most awesome guy ever.
We were out eating, having a little picnic one day.
And he's walking through the fans. Because he's one of these guys. Every race weekend, every day that he's at the racetrack, he walks through just the fan area and just, he wants to be seen. He wants to meet people. He wants to shake hands and take pictures.
He knows you now.
And we've recognized him. We've talked to him enough, and he walks over and starts talking to us and just visiting, being a nice guy. And what's really cool is I went, 6 or 7 years without seeing him at all. From his last time he ran a NASCAR race to last spring, I was at a sprint car race. They're actually sharing the weekend with NASCAR, so I was like, I'm going to go watch a sprint car race. So I'm in the pits for that, and he sees me and walks up and says, "Hey, Gavin, how have you been? It's been a long time since you." And I'm like, "Oh, wow."
That's pretty impressive because he meets a lot of people.
He meets so many people, and this was 7 or 8 years after seeing him. So the last time he saw me, I was a little tiny runt, and now I'm, an adult. So for him is really awesome.
That was pretty cool. But yeah, that was super cool.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing about that track is, we had a light show.
It is my favorite
They
track.
had a laser show. Drone show. That was
laser show.
Hey, sorry, I got excited about it because it was so cool.
It was really awesome. It was amazing.
But they had fireworks.
The light show on your phone.
You have a light show on our phones. They're legit.
It's my favorite.
Professional as it comes.
It's my favorite dirt track in the country. It might be my favorite racetrack in the country.
But let's talk about the area.
It's a bunch of cornfields.
It is literally, the first time you go there, you think there's no way I'm going the right way. Where's my GPS taking me?
Because you're going down roads that have a marked 2-lane road that's really a 1-lane road with no median. You're driving through nothing but cornfields.
1 mile blocks.
Every road is a 1 mile square. And you're driving through the middle of nowhere.
And there are very, very few cars, but there are a lot of little Humpty Humps.
Mm-hmm. Those are called hills.
Oh, they were Humpty Humps. That's what they felt like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And sometimes they would be so big you couldn't see what was coming over the edge, and I was like, oh.
And sometimes it would just flatten out, and then sometimes it would be, you'd be going straight, and then you'd just drop.
But how clean.
Everyone's yard is spotless.
Spotless. It doesn't matter if it's a
big
200-year-old house, 200-year-old house, or
a 2-year-old house.
2-year-old house. A big yard, a small yard.
3-story house, or a little...
It didn't matter. There was no trash.
No trash.
Zero trash. And everything was manicured and mowed.
And all the little towns up there are beautiful towns.
Beautiful. Versailles. We went to Versailles.
Ohio is one of my mom's favorite small towns in the world, I think.
I loved it. We tried to get a room at the hotel there, and it was booked by the time we decided we were going.
That's what happens when you decide to go on a trip 2 days before you go.
True. But we stayed about 30 minutes away in Troy.
It wasn't a bad spot at all.
It was a good spot. We had several of the race teams were there and fans, so wasn't bad at all.
I feel sorry for the hotel workers, and everybody would show up at 1 or 2 in the morning.
I know. The only complaint I had though was the
The drive?
No, not the drive, the shower door.
Oh, yeah, that was rough.
That was rough.
The roads were rough, but they weren't terrible.
No, they were, but clean and beautiful. It just, and I find that you go further north, and things are cleaner like that.
In upper Midwest, especially Ohio, Indiana, Pennsylvania,
Spotless.
around the Great Lakes is just,
Spotless.
they take very good care of their things.
And what's the reason? I mean, you drive down our road, gravel road, or the highways, there's a couch sitting just outside of Jonesboro on the side of the road right now. Stop. I mean, if you lose your couch, if it falls out, stop and get it. Get rid of it. I don't understand. Sometimes that's my pet peeve is trash, litter.
I know
Don't
it is.
litter. You know it is because I've preached it, and well, it's just so disgusting.
Yes.
And I think, do you just have to be stupid to litter, or do you have to be, I mean, careless? You don't care about other people, or you don't care about the earth?
I think you don't care about yourself.
And then I think, is it just because you're not smart? Literally.
Yeah.
But it comes back to, and your dad, of all people, he said it's pride. And I'm like, there's some truth to that. I think he might be right.
Like I just said, you don't care about yourself.
Yeah. Pride.
The more you care about, and I'm not saying like prideful, better than people,
No,
but you want to take care of your reputation. And when you wake up in the morning and want to do things the right way, you're not going to just throw your trash out the window of your car.
No.
You're going to be meticulous about everything you do.
I wish we could do some kind of challenge for Arkansas, for like Razorback fans, Red Wolf fans, and how we could clean up our roadways.
I think either of those fan bases do anything. You got to start winning some games first.
True.
I don't think either of them have many fans right now.
Well, one of them's going to win at least one game this year because they're playing each other.
If they can find their way to both teams to lose, it's going to happen.
Maybe they'll tie. I don't know.
The only people that aren't winning that game are the fans because it's in Little Rock and that is the worst stadium ever.
And when is
4
it?
o'clock kickoff on September the 4th.
Well, maybe we'll have a cold front come through.
Probably not. If we do, it'll rain. Might be a tornado.
Now you're just going down a rabbit hole.
I've seen tornadoes in December.
That's
We had
September.
a tornado.
That's hurricane season.
Yeah, I know. We had a tornado and a snowstorm in the same week here a couple years ago.
We did. It happens. It happens.
So you think your state has crazy weather because everybody says that about their home state.
But back to the trash.
If you can show me, okay, back to the trash.
Back to
the trash all got
Quit
blown
the
away.
trash talking.
It all got blown away in the tornado.
But okay, we go to the track, and even at the track,
Everything is clean.
everything is spotless. And you rarely saw people picking up, but it was clean, so somebody was picking up.
Mm-hmm.
And even the trash bags had like bands around the trash so they didn't blow away. It wasn't just like, and whoever was doing it, they weren't just putting it in the bag in the trash can. They were putting it in, spreading it out, making sure the trash could go in it, and then tying it. So there wasn't another mess to clean up. That's pride in what you do.
And I
Take
think,
pride
and
in
I
what
think
you
that
do,
goes
no matter
to,
what it is.
I think that goes to the track owners and operators.
The expectations,
And
who they hire.
Expectations, who they hire, and it shows that every single job they have up there, they're hiring people who are going to take pride in it.
Right.
No matter how big or small or flashy or not flashy your job is, everyone up there was proud that they worked at
that
Eldora.
track.
They were proud.
Oh, our guy that drove the cart, our handicap cart.
So
This
the guy
is a
who drives the
great
handicap
story.
golf cart, he is also the track chaplain. And
His wife works there in
his
the
wife
media
works
center.
in the media center. He was telling his son was a late model driver who passed away in a racing accident there at the track
Eldora.
in 2016.
And they still work there.
And they still work there.
So I talked to him a little bit as we were driving back he was taking us back to our vehicle from the infield.
Wonderful man.
So kind, so nice. He loved Jesus. And he said, people ask me, how can you stand to work here when
That happened.
You lost your son here. And he said, he was doing what he loved. So that made it not okay, but but he said it made us able to tolerate it, and we and he had the faith. He had faith that his son was with Jesus and that he'll get to see him again someday. He actually did the prayer for the first for the race
For the
on
last
Saturday.
night.
Yeah, he was a great man. He gave me he took us and dropped us off, and before he left us, he gave me a giant hug. So
I didn't see that. I didn't notice that.
It was so sweet. So sweet. Made my day. Well, speaking of
Kind people.
Kind
and
people
track
and cool
workers.
things. This is something, you want to tell about it?
Well, you already started. Go ahead.
Well, if you weren't.
You started. I didn't
started. You
interrupt.
interrupted me. Interrupting Cal.
You interrupted.
Okay.
You started and then looked at me and said, "Why'd you interrupt?" And I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. Sorry. You want me to tell it?
I'm not interrupting you.
So each episode, we are going to close with an act of kindness and share about it. So each trip we'll do an act of kindness, and we're not bragging on us that we're kind, extra sweet people. We are not. Don't think that at
We
all.
want to encourage
We want
everyone.
to encourage you that everyone can do something kind. It can be something
Big, something small.
Whatever. But we had talked all week long while we were there about the cleanliness of the area and the cleanliness of the track. And so we kind of made it our mission to watch for someone who was cleaning and picking up trash at the track.
Yes.
And the last day, we found him.
It was a man. He said his name was John, and we were talking. We, approached him and talked to him. And it turns out him and his girlfriend both work at the track. They're co-workers there. They both work at the track. They both love racing. And come to find out, I was talking to him. He actually was a media student in college, like what I just graduated with. And when I mentioned that we were doing a podcast and part of it was going to be an act of kindness, he said, I took podcasting when I was in college. And I was like, oh, wow, that is super, super cool. And I thought that was kind of
That's cool, since he's
cool-
our very first act
and it
of
was a
kindness
cool
recipient.
moment.
It was a cool moment. For me, the coolest part was that when we approached him, he was I said, "Sir, can we talk to you for just a minute?" And he's like, yeah. And he wasn't sure what was going to happen.
Yeah.
He was a little unsure, and we were telling him what we were doing. And we were, we didn't really tell him what we were doing. We just said,
No.
we've been watching and noticing how clean everything is, and what a good job someone's doing. And I said, we would like to do something nice for you because of all the hard work you've done. And we actually gave him a $100 bill. And I thought he was going to pass out. And so we continued. We asked for it. We said, the only thing is we really want a picture that we can share on our social media. And he was so sweet. He said, my girlfriend works here too. Can she get in on it? And
I hope he takes her on a nice date.
yeah. But anyway, so he was like, yes. So we'll be posting that picture as well on our social media. But the cool part of that was, at first he was kind of head down, but when we started talking about that, we noticed, and you could see him kind of straighten up, and
We were saying pride.
yeah. I mean, you could physically see him go from head down to, hey, what I'm doing is important, and feeling proud of it. That was the coolest thing. So that was really fun, and one of the reasons we're doing the acts of kindness that's what we'll kind of end our podcast on each time. But one of the things is, I've always tell Gavin, you can want and strive and go and do and look for happiness in lots of places, but when you do something kind or nice to make someone else happy,
It's rewarding.
that's when your heart truly feels happiness. And if you don't believe us, go try it, because I sure felt happy when I watched him and was able to give him that money, just to see him so proud of what he was doing. So that was big for me.
It was amazing. It was.
I can't wait to do it
cool
again.
to watch him open up to us as well.
Yeah.
And to see him listen to him talk to us a little bit about why he worked at the racetrack, because he loves racing and he loves working there, and just how like what Dad was saying about everything being clean, prideful in his job, even though some people would say it's a small job, but it is.
There are no small jobs.
No small jobs.
And it doesn't matter what you're doing. Do your best. Do your best, because that's a reflection of you.
Yes.
Well, I think we're about to wrap it up.
We're about to wrap it up. It was such a fun trip.
It was a fun trip.
What was your favorite part of the trip?
My favorite part, just being with you.
Aww.
Really.
Who believes her?
But coming in close second was probably the restaurant at
Versailles.
Versailles.
Such a good
yummy
restaurant. Good food.
I don't know. I like people watching.
I know you do. I still think Thursday being inside the racetrack was my favorite part. Friday during the race, when they did at the start of the feature race, and they did after the drone show, and they do the 4-wide salute for the track with the light show on your phones, the fireworks going off, the music. It is such a cool experience.
It is if you ever have an opportunity to go, do it. It's a great experience and
amazing.
Atmosphere.
It's like the most fun thing ever.
Yeah. Well,
how would you compare it to a NASCAR race? Like, what would you say the contrasts
I almost feel like I'm cheating on my NASCAR people by saying this.
Did you have more fun?
I thought the racing was better.
It was more exciting. It was so fun, though.
But I will say that once you were out front,
you had a huge advantage.
You did have a huge advantage, which often is at a lot of tracks.
But that's a lot of evidence, every kind of racing right now. I don't think that's exclusive to one.
No. But I like NASCAR because those are our people.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, they're about two opposite forms of racing you can get on an
I asked you while we were there, what did I ask you about comparing them?
I don't know. You asked me a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, do you hear that? It's a baby.
That's our time's up.
That's our time's up because there is a baby that is awake from the nap. So one of us has to go rescue her.
I don't think I'm going to be able to reach into that crib and pick her up.
Yeah. Well, I think she says, "I want my honey."
All right.
Well,
please watch. Fun.
Please share.
Again.
We've got more adventures to
come. All of our social medias we're going to be on.
Road
we're already on Road Jeep. We're already on Facebook. We're going to be on Instagram, Twitter. Probably going to be on TikTok. Our YouTube channel is right here.
Can I dance on TikTok?
If you want to. I'm not going to. You can.
Okay. I'm not either.
We're going to be, like I said, we're going to maybe be on TikTok. We're going to be on, I think I covered all the bases.
Did you?
Yes.
Sorry for interrupted.
No, it's okay.
Wonder where you get it. All right.
I have no idea.
I love you.
Love you.
We love you guys.
I love me too.